For this necklace, I wanted something that looked like an ancient artifact that had been discovered, then reimagined with a colorful boho twist. Let me introduce Ancient Echoes Boho Necklace. Hello, beaders. Welcome to Beachside Bead Boutique. My name is Jerry. Today, I am super excited because I have Curated Bead Box here for the month of July, and we are going to open this up and see what's in here. So let's go ahead and do this. We have Archaic Artifacts, and look at these pretty colors. I mean, so far it looks really pretty. So I'm really excited to see what's in here. And I can't lie, I did have a little bit of a hard time saying this. It's not something you see every day. So I was like, Archaic, yeah, I don't know. I was having a hard time. I even asked my husband, I'm like, what is that? And yeah, so I'm like, oh no, wait, I think it's Archaic Artifacts. I'm like, that makes sense. And then I did do Google Translate, and that's indeed what it was. So Archaic Artifacts. So yeah, let's do this. Okay. Archaic Artifacts. Ooh. Ooh, this is pretty. I like it. Okay, I'm really excited. Let me go ahead and get everything organized, and I'll come back and we are going to reveal this. Okay, beaters, so this is Archaic Artifact. This is the first 3 strands. First, we have 10 millimeter Jasper style glass bead, and this is an 8-inch string. And this is really pretty. I love the color combination of this. Very pretty. And I like that this is 10 millimeter. We have a lot of 10 millimeter beads in this box. And this next one is 10 millimeter magenta marble style glass bead, and this is an 8-inch string. Again, very pretty. I love the pink. Beautiful bright pink swirl. It is very pretty. And then next we have 10 millimeter green sea beach style glass bead, and this is a 6-inch string. So we have this really pretty beach sea style bead. I mean, I call this like a glow glass, and I love me some glow glass beads. This is very pretty. Of course, we have the matte finish with a beautiful glow. I mean, this looks really pretty together because this bead is picking up that really pretty pink. I like that. Okay, so for our next 3 strands, this one is a 10 millimeter hot pink gemstone style glass bead, and this is a 6-inch string. And I would definitely say this is hot pink. Very pretty though, because we do, you know, it's like a really pretty crackle glass. I love me some pink. I really, really do. That is very pretty. I love the color. And then next we have 10 millimeter meadow abstract glass bead, and this is a 6-inch string. So this is really pretty because we have this really pretty green with the luster of the pink on top. So we have this really pretty shimmer of pink, and that goes really pretty with this. We have a lot of pink in this collection. And like I said, I'm here for it. That is very pretty. And then again, we have another pink one. And this is a 10 millimeter fuchsia lilac marble style glass bead and an 8-inch string. And this is very pretty. I love the swirls of the light pink with a deeper pink. We have purple. So pretty. And it is similar to this one, but we have the purple swirls, where this we just have that bright fuchsia with the white creamy swirls. So pretty though. Okay, so our next strands, these are the last 4. So first we have 8mm khaki dual style glass bead, and this is a 10-inch string. So we have a very pretty marble style khaki bead. We have a nice long strand. And it's pretty because it is two-toned. I mean, they say it's duo style, so we definitely see some color variations. And then next we have 8mm pale green gemstone bead, 7 to 8-inch string. So that is very nice. It's very pale green. We have a little bit of very dark, very grayish, kind of smoky color in there, and a little bit of a yellow tint. Very nice. Next we have 8mm green aventurine gemstone bead, 7 to 8-inch string. But very pretty. We definitely have a lot of color variations. We have the very pretty deeper green, and then just some very light with the deep green swirled throughout. I really like this. And these strands are kind of wonky. Stay. And next we have 6mm rose quartz gemstone bead, 7 to 8-inch string. So very pretty rose quartz. We have this lighter kind of a frosty kind of pink, and then we have some opaque and just different shades of that light pink, and very pretty. Okay, so that's it for the bead strands. Next we have approximate 1 ounce patina designer bead mix, and I really like this. Yes, I really like all these colors together. Very pretty pale pink and a fuchsia pink, yellow, green. Very pretty. I really like the mix of this color, and it does go actually very perfect with this collection. Yes. See, we even have the khaki green in there. I really like this. Okay, next we have 14mm galaxy style glass bead, 5 beads. So we have some very pretty large beads. We have a nice size hole, which I definitely love. We have a, I guess you would say this is an AB finish, because we have the purple, the blue, pink, really pretty luster. You see these glowing in the light. And next we have 12mm silver metal spacer beads, 6 beads. So we have these really cool beads with this really neat pattern on it. So we have the hole drilled from side to side. I really like the pattern. And this is something new this year. So this and then these are new. So we've never seen these before. And then next and last, we have 38mm green patina metal pendants. We have 2 pendants, and I really like these. I think these are very cool. So this is the back. Yeah, these are really pretty. I really like these. And this is also a new item. Okay, beaders, well, there you have it. This is a Curated Bead Box for July 2026, Archaic Artifacts. And I really like these beads. I like the beautiful pink and the green. It's a really pretty color palette and probably not something that I would think of to put together myself. So I definitely can appreciate that. And if you're not familiar with Curated Bead Box, it is a monthly subscription box for $20 a month, and that includes the shipping. And you get tons of bead strands. You a lot of times get bead mixes, you get little pendants. You always get a finding starter kit. So here's mine. So we have a finding starter kit in silver, and this includes jump rings, head pins, memory wire, beading wire, ear wire, crimp tubes, stretch cord. So everything that you need to get started making jewelry right out of the box. The only thing that you need now is your jewelry making tools. And guess what? I have those on my Amazon storefront too. So you can check that out. And if you use my code Jerry35, that's Jeri 35, you will receive 35% off your first month's box. So then that makes it an even better deal for that very first month. So check it out and see if it is right for you. I've been receiving Curated Bead Box for well over a year now, and I am, really happy with them. So yes, check them out. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and get everything moved out of the way, and I'm going to come up with a design. So stick around, and I'll be right back. And the items that you're going to need to complete today's project are, I have this 20 gauge wire in antique copper, and then also the same color, and this is 24 gauge wire. And I also have some head pins and jump rings, all in that same color. I'm going to be using 0.5 millimeter wax cord. I have knotting tweezers, round nose pliers, flush cutters, needle nose pliers, and bent nose pliers. I also have a pair of scissors and a ruler. And of course the beads from Curated Bead Box that I just showed you in the unboxing. So I'm going to use just an assortment of those beads. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. I'm starting with one of the beautiful patina pendants from this month's Archaic Artifacts collection. Using 26 gauge copper wire, I'm going to weave seed beads through the loops at the bottom of the pendant. So I'm just going to wrap the wire securely around one of the loops on the side to get started. Now there's no particular pattern here. I'm just grabbing different color seed beads to weave through the bottom. Make sure you pull your wire tight as you wrap it around. And I'm not trying to make everything perfectly neat here. I actually like a little controlled chaos. It gives the pendant more texture and makes it feel like it evolved over time. I decided to wrap the wire around the pendant as well to give it a little bit more texture and dimension. And I actually like the look of that. And I'm going to go ahead and complete the process, and I'll be right back in just a minute. And now that we completed wrapping the wire with the beads around the pendant, I'm going to take the wire around that end loop on that side and wrap it around tightly, just like we did when we started on the other side. Make sure the wire is nice and secure. And then I'm going to take the wire to the back of the pendant and just weave it in and out of the wire that's there on the back to make sure that it is nice and secure. Once the beads are secured to the pendant, I switch to 20 gauge copper wire to create a sturdy bail so the pendant can hang from the necklace. Using my nylon jaw pliers, I'm going to smooth any kinks out of the wire. I'm going to place the wire evenly through both loops on top of the pendant, taking the pendant to the center of the wire. I'm going to bend both ends over, bringing them together at the top of the pendant. I'm going to take my bent nose pliers to smush the wires together in the center. Then I bring the wires back together and twist them around each other. Next, I'm taking my round nose pliers right at the base of the pendant to create the loop. And then I'll wrap the remaining wire around the base of the bail. And you should already know I'm not making a neat wrap. Like I said earlier, I like a little controlled chaos. Next, I'm bringing in this textile twine section that I made earlier. I want to incorporate it into the necklace, and I did create a loophole at the top for the button closure that we're going to put on the necklace. I learned this technique from another creator here on YouTube, Darlene McCod, I think is the last name, but I will link her video down below so you could check it out later. Now it's time to start building the necklace. I cut a piece of wax cord about 38 inches long. And, of course, as I always tell you when you are working with wax cord, to cut your tip at a slight angle and form it into a little point to make your beads go on easier. I'm creating a bead button closure first using the 12mm spacer bead to act as the button, placing it about 3 inches from the end of the cord. The extra cord won't go to waste. We'll be turning that into little bead dangles later. I'm going to position the cord underneath the bead and tie a few tight knots. And keep your cord positioned at the center of the bead, and then your bead will act as the button. And of course, I am going to use some of my brush-on glue to make sure that the knot stays secure. For the beadwork, I'm mixing seed beads with larger accent beads, using different colors and shapes without following a specific pattern. I love letting the beads decide where they belong. It keeps the design feeling organic and unique. After finishing the first side, it's time to add our pendant before continuing with the other half of the necklace. On this side, I begin with a few seed beads and larger accent beads before adding the gorgeous oversized clear beads. After placing on 3 of the larger beads, I continue beading until it's time to connect the textile twine. I attach the top loop to the bead closure first so I can determine exactly how long I want this section to be before securing everything permanently. After that, I create another loop at the bottom of the textile twine using my wax cord to create a secure knot before threading the bead strand through it. And using my wax cord, I'm going to wrap it around the base of the loop a few times and then make another secure knot. Now I'm going to thread the bead strand through that loop that we just made, and then add some more mixed beads to the strand, and then tie a knot above the last oversized clear bead, and that'll add another dimension to the necklace. And if you would like me to make a video on how I made the textile twine, just leave me a comment and let me know that. I would love to show you. And of course, I probably will end up using this in some of my other designs as well, because I really do like it. Now for the finishing details, I use the extra cord to create little beaded dangles at both the top and the sides. These tiny details add movement and the signature messy boho feel that I always enjoy incorporating into my designs. And I'm calling these little dangles Chaos Tassels. And of course, I'm going to take my tweezers to separate the fibers in the cord to give it an even more messy boho feel that I do love. And I'm going to go ahead and do that with the remaining cord, and I'll come back and we will finish this up. Now the necklace is complete, and we have one more thing. I'm going to add a few coordinating patina charms along each side of the necklace. They're small details, but they really help tie the entire design together. And I did get these patina charms from Amazon, and I will link my Amazon storefront in my description box so you could easily check out these charms and all of my favorite boho jewelry making supplies. And I forgot to tell you that I used sari silk to complete the textile twine that I made. So that's why it has that soft frayed look. It is from the natural fibers in the silk. And I love how this turned out. I love the bright, bold colors with the mixed sizes of the beads, and of course the button closure and the textile twine. This finished necklace feels like an ancient treasure that's been rediscovered and given a colorful new life. It's earthy, artistic, and a little unexpected, and perfectly imperfect. Okay, beaters, well, here is our finished Ancient Echoes boho necklace, and I absolutely love how it turned out. And please give this video a like, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, leave me a comment and let me know what you think, and also give me a hype. I would greatly appreciate it. I hope this inspires you to mix materials, trust your creativity, and don't be afraid to embrace a little beautiful chaos. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, let's keep it messy, let's keep it boho, and always, let's keep beading. I hope you all have a wonderful day and a wonderful week, and I will see you in the next one. Thank you. Bye-bye.